Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and do a quick video right now, just based on, I guess, the aftermath of Love Island ending and that sort of thing. It's just that there's just certain things that these cast members are doing, and what some people are doing online is not sitting well with my spirit, especially when it's concerning Olandria and Nick's relationship and what some people are saying about Olandria and Chelley. It's just a lot of it is not sitting well with my spirit. And honestly, this is why, and I said this in my Love Island review, which by the way, you guys should go check that out. It's my latest video. And this is why, this is why I said, this is gonna probably be, this was the first time I've ever watched a whole Love Island season. And it's most likely gonna be my last because it's like, most of this shit was freaking traumatic. Like, a lot of the things that these women, especially Olandria and Chelley, the online discourse that's happening between them, and like the questioning of their relationship and all the freaking stand wars and things like that. That shit is like, it's draining at a certain point. It's draining. Like, people, I feel like there's no more fun into this. And it's like, the parasocial relationships, and I'm not saying that I don't do it too. Like, I don't have my parasocial relationship because clearly I do it with, with Nick and Olandria. But it's like, there are also couples who I never identify with and who I never liked on the show, but yet you guys don't see me harassing them online. And I feel like I do this kind of dragging every couple of months when it comes to like the online discourse and people bullying cast members and things like that, because it's like, it's not that serious. Like, I literally remember me dragging the House of the Dragon fans for going after the actors for doing their job. Like, y'all were over there freaking cursing out Sir Christian Cole, okay? And I had to come in here and drag y'all because y'all were doing too much, and now y'all doing it again with Chelley and oh my god, especially Olandria. I feel like Olandria right now, and I'm gonna talk about it because what are y'all? The shit that's happening right now online has been really pissing me off. First of all, I go on TikTok. No, before, let's talk about Olandria and Nick. Let me just get it out the way. So, I'm seeing the clips on Twitter and things like that. Apparently they went on TikTok live and everything. And I was seeing the clips. I was like, oh, they're so cute. I hope they work out. I hope everything goes well since they leave the villa, blah, blah, blah. But the next thing you know, they're saying that, Nick is supposed to have it. He was gonna do an interview with some podcast with these two ladies. I don't even know their names. These two white girls. Don't ask me what the podcast name is because I think y'all already know what it is because I don't know because I don't check up on them. So apparently he agreed to do the interview with them, and apparently what people were telling me online is that those two girls were apparently against Olandria and Nick getting together, and they felt like their relationship was fake, and they felt like Olandria is a mean girl and she wasn't a girl's girl because she didn't stand behind one of the girls that was getting eliminated, that she stand behind Austin. And I was just like, okay. And then it's like, I watched the full interview. I watched the full interview, and I don't know. Personally, for me, I wasn't feeling I mean, it's like there's a part of me that gets it from like a journalistic point of, even though they're not journalists, most likely, from that being a little journalistic point of view. You want to ask about the questions about Nick's journey from beginning to end, the hookups that he got into with Sierra and things like that. But I felt like the interviewers were very biased in their questioning. They kept saying, oh, well, a lot of people felt like your relationship with Olandria is fake because, like, you just told Sierra that you were closed off and things like that. You were going to take it seriously. Now you went to Olandria once she left. Da, 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 da. It felt like too much on, like, the Sierra situation. And it was just like, Nick is with Olandria right now. Okay, fuck Sierra. Fuck that. She's out of the show for a reason. There's a reason why Nick doesn't want to talk about it. Let's leave it in the past. And I felt like the interviewers kept pushing and pushing. And Nick was Nick is actually very graceful and quite media trained, in my opinion, when it comes to like handling those uncomfortable questions. And he was like, listen, at the end of the day, like, Sierra got kicked off the island. I didn't know what the reason was. He even said that, like, he almost quit as well, but then he had to tell himself, listen, like, if I leave because Sierra left and I don't even know the reason why Sierra left, and I don't want people to think that I'm aligned with anything problematic that she has done, I wouldn't want to, have some people flaming me on the internet. So he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna move on, and he has every right to do so. And he has every right to do so. Last time I checked, Sierra does not own Nick. Nick does not own Sierra. He can move on. He can move on. So it's just like I didn't like a lot of that kind of questioning, and like the questioning in the and them questioning, people questioning the authenticity of Olandria and Nick's relationship. And then on top of that, they had, mind you, those two interviewers had the audacity to be like, oh, because I think they were like, oh, what questions do you be getting? And he's like, oh, where's the Olandria question? And those two were like, oh yeah, we're gonna ask you, where is Olandria? Because we thought that she was gonna be here for this interview. And I was like, bitches, why would y'all guys think that she'll be here for this interview after y'all done did all that shading, after you questioned her relationship with Nick, after you thought that it wasn't authentic, and after you guys claimed that she was a mean girl and she wasn't a girl's girl? Like, if I was Olandria, I wouldn't want to be in that interview either. So Nick basically said, and of course there's other reasons why Olandria wasn't on that interview, but like Nick basically said, like, listen, like, Olandria, like, a lot of this is overwhelming for her, like the online responses, the love, the just coming out of the villa, and now people noticing her. Like, she kind of needs time to process everything, and I think that's actually great. Like, Olandria, to me, especially after like watching the live, and like, because she kept saying things like, oh my, a lot of this is overwhelming, I never got this much love before, things like that. It seems like one, Olandria comes off very shy. Like, if you watch the TV show, you wouldn't think that Olandria is shy, but she's like, if you watch that live, you can tell that she's extremely shy and very like reserved in a way. So it's like, and on top of that, she also wants to prioritize her mental health. Like, I'm pretty sure, yes, well, there might be some love. She clearly can probably see there's a little bit of hate or maybe some bullying. So it's just like, listen, like, I'm not trying to be questioned right now. I'm not trying to explain myself and explain my relationship. So Nick, you handle this. Nick, you lead the way. I'm gonna be here in the background, taking my rest, prioritize my mental health, and we have no other choice but to stand for that, because I feel like Olandria definitely deserves that, because especially after everything that she's been through in that house with Taylor and everything, like, Olandria deserves the world. And at the end of the day, if Nick wants to give her the time of day, let them explore this relationship. Yes, it might be early. Yes, it's only 3 weeks in the making. Now all of a sudden y'all in love. Let them be in love. Let them be happy. Mind you, they didn't even put a label, which I honestly believe is coming soon. So it's just like, I didn't like that. And then on top of that, here's also another thing too. And I saw this on Twitter, and apparently one of Nick's ex-girlfriends prank called him. I don't know if y'all saw this on Twitter. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. The editing is gonna be so bad for this video, but let me see if I can show y'all. His ex prank called him. Look.
Put her on the... I need to talk to Olandria right now.
You need to talk to Olandria right now.
Right now. Put her on the phone.
She's asleep.
No.
No.
You know what? I'm sick of your attitude. You know what?
Sick of my attitude.
I gotta go. Bye-bye.
And it's just like... oh my God, I can't believe this world. In what world is this okay? Oh my God. An ex, and then on top of that, she has that fake ass trying to imitate Olandria's accent. It's just like, bitch, ooh. The way I feel like Nick, if y'all don't stop playing, Nick is about to go to scorched earth on a lot of you bitches, because y'all have been playing in Olandria's face way too much. My sis has been played with way too freaking much for y'all to be doing this outside the villa. And honestly, Nick needs to, and I think that he did express, and I didn't see this, but like, I think he did express about him changing his number because he's been getting a lot of calls, and maybe some people, but clearly he definitely needs to change his number, because the fact that one of his exes has the audacity, the gumption, for you to call him and then put on that fake ass, racially charged ass accent to speak to Olandria is real funny to me. And it's giving real prejudice. It's giving real the caucasity of it all. Okay? So, Nick, you're going to have to set a lot... Because last time I checked, I don't see Olandria's ex-boyfriends out here doing some shit like this. So, Nick, you're going to have to set a lot of these bitches straight. He needs to keep his... He needs to keep a lot of them hoes in line, okay? Change that number, and you, because I'm tired of seeing the disrespect. I'm tired of seeing the disrespect that Olandria has been getting on my TL. And then not only that, speaking of the disrespect, freaking Coco, the girl that was one of the bombshells or something like that, mind you, she was only there for like 2.5 seconds. And it's so disappointing that it's another fellow black woman that's doing that. But then again, it's like, I'm not surprised, because it's just like, you, and I don't have Coco's picture here, but it's just like, you're doing this for attention. Now you're doing this for clout. She apparently went on this podcast. Don't ask me the podcast name. I don't know. She was calling Olandria delusional, saying that she was delusional about Taylor. And then, like, one of the podcast people was like, and I think one of the podcast people was like from Bad Girls Club. Listen, you know me, I don't watch none of that shit. And she was like, oh, she think, her and Nick is fake and things like that, blah blah blah, because they got together so quick, and Coco was agreeing with them. And I'm just like, Coco, you have no right. It's one thing for us day one people to be saying that, yes, for us to be calling Olandria delusional in the beginning of the seasons, we have the right to say that, but you don't have the right to say that, okay? You definitely do not have the right to say that. And for you to get on a non-black woman's platform to slander your fellow dark-skinned black woman, you're real fun. And you know what? You're a snake and you're fake. And then she's going to go on TikTok, and then she did another interview again. I don't know, she was doing a Q&A, and they asked her about Olandria, and then she's going to go be all fake. Oh, well, yeah, I would like to hang out with Olandria. Like, I think we'll be cool. Da, da, da. And it's just like, girl, bye. Hopefully Olandria is taking notes about these. At this point, damn, like, y'all starting to make me like Huda again, because it's like, these bitches are playing in these people's face. And then she got angry at Chelley, apparently, because she felt like Chelley or Clark or something didn't protect her or defend her from being kicked out the house. And it's just kicked out the villa. And I'm like, girl, bye. Deuces, you tried it. We denied it. So it's just like, you really got, and mind you, you could have been like, and Coco's beautiful. That's the thing about it. She's so gorgeous. But like, you really think that you pandering and cooning and tap dancing for these freaking people that be hating on Chelley and Olandria is gonna get you some brownie points, bitch? I bet you didn't even reach 1 million followers on Instagram, okay? Unlike Chelley and Olandria. So you know what? You can kick rocks, Coco. You really, really tried that. And that's the shit that I don't like. I don't like that shit. And it's just like, the constant disrespect, the constant like trolling that these women are getting has been extremely annoying. And like I said, I hope that Nick continues to be very supportive and protects Olandria and her mental health. The same thing with Chelley. Hopefully they listen. I want these girls to be, they deserve everything. Like, Olandria definitely deserves to be a model. I love that they were talking about that on the live with her and Nick. Like, she needs to become a model, because she has the face, the body, everything. Like, she maybe it's Maybelline. Like, she needs to be on some cover girl thing, okay? Because Fenty Beauty, I don't know. She needs some sponsors. Get my girls some sponsors. Chelley already is just gorgeous girls. Hopefully, I want them to succeed so badly. But I'm gonna say this though, this is the first and last time I'm watching. I can't do Love Island anymore. The way that y'all are online crashing out like this, it's like, I can't do this no more. I can't. Season 7 was my first season, and it will be my last season watching, because and at this point, I don't even want black women, like, especially dark-skinned black women, to go on the show, because it's like the constant racism, colorism, and like just dragging that they've been getting. It's just like, I don't know, is it worth it? And then on top of that, only $100,000. And I talked about that in my review. I'm like, bro, y'all only getting $100,000 after all the challenges and all the saliva swapping that y'all been doing in the show. Y'all only get 100. And I'm like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? And on top of that, you get the trolling and the discourse and people questioning your relationship and your feelings for somebody. It's just like, it's annoying. It's annoying. So I just hope that at the end of the day, I hope my girls, they don't look at the comments too much or filter out those comments. Honestly, turn off the comment section. Just, also find out who your ops are. Find out who your ops are, because there are many fake people out here Okay, move the right way, and we can only hope for that Olandria and Nick get married by the end of this year. Okay, period. So anyway, y'all, you guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get up to 2,000 subscribers. Let's get the watch time hours up. If you liked my video, please share, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.